Good morning, Todd and Erin Morning stream on GetPartDaily.com. Making bacon today.
I don't like how you're wielding that. Yeah, and you're messing up my toast.
So it's one of those days. One of our gang here, Steve, is going off and seeing his son.
And Patrick, our news director, is doing something responsible. Who
evidently they're the ones who made all the bacon. So we've gone baconless for long enough. Let's take it to the mountain cam, shall we?
Good morning. Of course, this is Black Diamond Experts. That would be electric, plumbing, heating, and air. Okay, where's all the smoke coming from in the atmosphere?
I don't know.
Yesterday was really nasty, so there's a fire somewhere that someone's hiding from us.
So stop it. Stop the fires.
Don't hide your fire under a bushel. You want to let it shine.
Don't say that.
Sorry, my favorite thing to do is sing primary songs to Todd because it freaks him out. Do you remember all the little hand gestures and stuff you learned with it? Yeah. Hide it under a bushel. Oh no,
scary.
I want to let it. I'll do that to him, jumping up and down on the bed in the morning. It freaks him out like you can't begin to imagine.
It's horrible.
Who knew primary was such a valuable learning experience for marriage?
All right.
What? I thought it was a good idea. Utah's most recommended eatery coming up. The Zika virus is in town. That's always exciting.
You can work for NASA and make 3 digits.
And we have a boatload of free stuff this weekend. Every possible fair and festival and music thing is happening. It's going to be amazing.
All right, so let's start off with eating.
Okay, this is interesting. They were talking about the most recommended restaurants in every state in the nation. You're getting it on my toast again. Why did you put the pen in my toast?
Why is this shedding? All right, I'm sorry.
This is what?
Shedding.
Okay. In any case, so basically USA Today was checking, like, if you've got friends who come in from out of town, or if you have people like, I don't know where to go, what do you think?
Right.
What is the most recommended restaurant
in each state?
In each state, yeah. Guess what ours is? The most recommended restaurant. I was thinking like Christopher's.
Like a steakhouse.
Yeah, like Christopher's Steakhouse maybe, or
I'm gonna think
like Lakai.
I'm gonna think it's more like middle of the road. More middle of the road, more common.
More authentic?
A little more authentic, maybe some kind of dedication towards one
Did you know, by
cuisine.
the way, in Mississippi, the most recommended restaurant was Red Lobster?
What?
Ours here is actually completely logical because Todd and I used to go there on Valentine's Day with all of our neighbors, and they had this massive mariachi band, and it was so much fun. Gigantic, tequila.
Well, tell them who it is.
Oh, it's Red Iguana.
Red
Iguana on North Temple. If you've never been there, it is killer Mexican food, but that is the most recommended restaurant here in Utah, in all the nation. Which I thought was kind of cool, because it is amazing.
I always kind of hate those polls. Like
Why?
The best little small town in America. Because they didn't go to every town. That is BS.
Why did you become so democratic about the whole process?
It's like, I've been to every restaurant. I know Red Iguana would be on the list, but there's probably a good top 10. Maybe a top 15. Moochie's, different things like that.
For steaks, yeah.
Like
steaks
when the Cotton Bottom was open with the garlic burgers. Back in the day.
In any case, Red Iguana. You can't go wrong with Red Iguana. Let's be honest, though. It's not like you're going to go, no, it's so horrible. Oh, I won't go there. Everybody likes the Red Iguana.
And it's even at City Creek. Did you know?
I know they have it in the food court.
And it's not,
right?
It's not bad. There you go.
Okay.
When's the last time you were at City Creek? When it opened.
When it opened. You and I took that tour because we were doing ad-libs.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
We were doing some promotional stuff for the radio station at the time. And we wore a hard hat, and they put our name on it. It was cool.
There's a lot of things that keep you from having sex. Let's go down the list. A headache.
Where's this story going?
Broken limb. Car accidents. Children. Dog with rabies. It's Monday. There's all these kind of things, and now suddenly something else has been thrown in the mix.
Like there's not enough barriers to mutual happiness?
Interruptus, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Mosquitoes. The Zika virus is sexually transmitted now.
I remember there was something during the Summer Olympics where they were trying to explain it, like, hey, athletes don't do this during the games, and I knew it had something to do with the mosquitoes, but I was never clear. So it can be sexually transmitted?
Yeah, so it's same rules as everything else, but
can they test you for it?
Yeah, but it's too late then. You got the Zeke. You caught the Zeke. One more thing. great.
Yeah, now that it's here in Utah, that gives us something new to be terrified of.
Right. Well, the population of the kids will go down. You know,
No, that's never going to happen. Not
that's
here.
probably true. Right?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
NASA wants to give you $187,000.
Why?
Well, it's not because they're just nice. They want you to keep the Earth from being contaminated and for the Earth to not contaminate alien worlds. Make you question anything?
I'm a little confused, but go on.
When
I'm here
NASA
with
and
you.
other European space stations, the agency, came up with this, they had a treaty signed in 1967 and to ratify the Outer Space Treaty. Where are you going?
Getting my work going.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I want you to read. I want you to read that right there in quotes. This is part of the treaty. Go ahead.
States parties to the treaty shall pursue studies of outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies, and conduct exploration of them so as to avoid their harmful contamination and also adverse changes in the environment of the Earth resulting from the introduction of extraterrestrial matter, and where necessary, shall adopt appropriate measures for this purpose.
$187,000. And you can do this. Basically, what you do is anytime they have a mission to outer space, you fly there when it comes back down. And your job is, like if you go to Mars, is to break the chain of contact. So you go to Mars.
Okay.
Make sure you don't have anything on there you're going to contaminate Mars with. Then you come back with some Mars.
It's like those exotic fruits at the airport.
Right? And then you
Don't bring any back any kumquats or kiwis.
Then you come back, and just like the first missions where they used to lock the guys in an airstream, right?
We're gonna hose you down.
They put the samples into an airtight, sterile environment, and then they can do your stuff. And then you collect $184,000 a year, and then you go home.
I'm totally fine with that.
I want to do that.
Are you kidding? That'd be fun, just on principle.
Who goes to space? Europe goes to space. China.
You know, there's satellites. I don't think they've ever had a manned space mission.
Huh.
I know they've done satellites, but that's about it, I think.
$184,000, I think they said.
Eventually, there will be something that will liquefy your intestines, but by then you probably have excellent life insurance and your kids are all set up. So,
But you get to have the title of Planetary Protection Officer.
right? Can you imagine the ID for that? I have to go to the front of this line because I'm the Planetary Protection Officer, and they'll be like, "This is at the food court," and you're like, "I'm sorry, I have to do
You got
this."
a badge, American flag, your title down the sleeve.
That would be cool, and you could hang out with all the astronauts and do like
That would
NASA
be.
talk.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it's just here, bacon cooking.
Oh, it smells wonderful.
Shh, I'm listening to bacon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're talking again. Is there anything better? All right, go ahead. Tell me something good. Go ahead, or you'll get no bacon.
Okay, well, this is pretty cool. Imagine you're having a nice sleep. It's early morning hours. The birds are chirping, but you're blissfully asleep, so why do you care?
Mm-hmm.
But out there is somebody working hard for you. Somebody who is out there delivering the newspaper. Someone who's old school, who still believes that you deserve your information in the morning via paper.
What do you mean
Which
paper?
is essentially a dead industry, but let's not be fussy. Because the important thing is, in this case, it was very valuable that they were doing this because they saved a life.
For the newspaper.
Now, this was down on 40th West and about 30 South, 5:15 a.m.
Early.
And a newspaper delivery person was driving down, throwing the newspapers and realized that house seems to be on fire.
Aha.
That's a problem.
That should be in the news on the paper.
It was a big, freaking, gigantic fire, which was a little scary. So, freaking out, the newspaper delivery guy went up and he's like pounding on the door, no answer, pounding on the door, runs around the side, pounds on the back door.
Right.
Finally throws a rock in the window, and the irate person,
Wow.
owning the home comes up and he goes, "Dude, the house is on fire." And they're like, "Ah!"
So
they
he gets them
grab
out.
everybody, grab the pets, they race everybody out, and he saved their life.
Wow.
But I've always just thought that was the most amazing thing that you could ever say to you which is, "Dude, your house is on fire. You should come out of there."
True, and that's probably the last person who will ever cancel their subscription to the paper.
Darn Skippy. Here's what's kind of sweet about this, though. I do love this. Bob Fitzgerald is the West Valley Fire Battalion chief, and he said it's amazing how many warnings we actually get via newspaper delivery people. He said they're out there incredibly early.
Right.
They're walking up like the steps of each house.
Well, they're
You know,
driving
right there.
too, slow.
Yeah, so he says it's amazing how many like crime reports they get, how many fires, how many accident reports, and he said they really are the unsung heroes of the early morning hours.
And if you remember, they've also done some training with the trash collecting people.
Which means I'm going to go straight to hell for mocking it. It's a dead industry.
Right. So
Sorry.
hopefully your half of the house might catch on fire.
$150,000 damage, but the important thing is they saved the family.
Very
Which
good.
is pretty cool. I wish I had the delivery person's name so I could praise them and tell how amazing they are, but I guess it hasn't come out in the police report yet.
All right.
But I thought that was really, really cool.
Good job.
So thank you.
Bacon's cooking.
All right, as the bacon is cooking, and I'm sure Daisy would like some of it, let's go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by our dear friend Jeff Stout at Fink and McGregor. The 4-minute mortgage is so embarrassingly easy. Mortgage is made simple at fink-mcgregor.com. Executive Transportation, our friend March, has a fleet of totally sweet Escalades, and that man will make any drive anywhere fun. Just go to executiveutah.com to book your ride. And Black Diamond Experts, that's electric, plumbing, heating, and air. When you've got a 24-hour emergency, these are totally the guys you want to call. You can go to blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on today?
Hello everyone, that bacon does smell amazing. Here's what's making headlines Thursday, August 3rd on GephartDaily.com. A 14-year-old male is in critical condition after being shot in the face early Thursday morning in West Valley City. Police tell Gephardt Daily the teen was driven to Pioneer Valley Hospital by 3 other teenagers about 3:15 a.m. The teens told police their car was fired on by several people when they were driving near 4000 South and 1500 West. The wounded teen was flown from Pioneer Valley to Primary Children's in Salt Lake City. Detectives believe the shooting may be gang-related. 2 white supremacist gang members are behind bars after a high-speed chase across the Salt Lake Valley Wednesday night. Police say the men, suspects in a recent attempted homicide, were spotted in a stolen car and bolted from police. The pursuit hit speeds of nearly 80 miles an hour before the suspect's vehicle had its tires spiked. Police used a highway patrol helicopter in tracking the suspects. They say they also found a weapon inside the car. A federal judge has ruled the state of Utah must include Jim Bennett's name on the ballot for the 3rd Congressional District election. Bennett, the son of the late 3-term Senator Bob Bennett, is running as a member of the United Utah Party. He'll now be listed among the Dems, Republicans, and other candidates in the race to replace Jason Chaffetz. And now a quick look at your Wasatch Front weather, where we'll keep it dry and sunny for the next few days with highs in the low to mid-90s and a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms. That's it for now. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, my dear Daisy. We'll save you some bacon. All right, it's interesting. Black Diamond
Let's
Experts.
save your bacon.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Black Diamond Experts, now they're electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And it was a very fun week because I actually got to recommend them to several people who had a fair amount of damage. One was from that insane downpour that we had last week that basically, I guess this was supposed to be like the once-in-the-century downpour. And people who had never seen their basements flood before suddenly saw their basements flood. And there was one friend who actually had to do quite a bit of repair work. And she was a little ticked off because she's always paranoid like I am that like people who come to your house and they know you don't really know much about it. I mean, that's one of the places I always defer to Todd because I'm like, I have no idea what plumbing does. I don't want to know. You go tell them what we need fixed because I have no idea. So I'm always paranoid that people are out to get me because they're like, well, she doesn't know. We can tell her anything and she'll go for it. Well, she's kind of in that same boat. So the guy came. He was really, really nice, went through the whole house with her, kind of went through some of the projects. And he said, well, I would suggest this and this. And she goes, okay, what's that going to cost? Wrote her up a bid. The next day, he and 2 other people came back. Very, very pleasant, especially because her son badgered her. That was Steve. You know, he's always following everyone around. Totally sweet to their kid. And basically, they did everything that they said they would do. They fixed everything properly. And then the bid came out in the bill, and it was exactly what they had quoted her, because that's a big thing with Black Diamond. They're like, we're going to just charge you what we said we would, and there won't be any hidden fees. Now, to me, that is a huge sign of trust. When you know you can count on them to do just what they said they'd do, that's amazing. Look, if you needed more information, you can always call them, or if you want to go to blackdiamondexpert.com, get more information about them, and then you can also book your appointment. blackdiamondexpert.com.
I want to tell you a story.
You know, I've always thought of you
About
as
a wedding.
vaguely ADD, and the fact that you can make bacon and do stories constantly amazes me.
Let me straighten you out on this. So this couple's getting married. She's a fashion blogger. She talks about fashion
No pressure there.
and cool stuff and all that. So obviously she hired a photographer to capture the magicalness of the day. And yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just lovely, you know. And evidently had a problem with the photographer as far as getting her photos.
Right. Oh, so he showed up and took them. He just didn't give them to her afterwards.
Well, actually, it was a female, you sexist person. And
I'm horrible. I'm a horrible human being.
the bacon is turned. So anyway, oh my gosh, how terrible it was. She didn't get her photos. And where are those great photos of me on my special day? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? And so what she did is she actually went on her blog, which I guess she's followed quite a bit, and she trashed this company, this poor photographer.
That's mean.
I mean, trashed her.
That's
So
mean.
much. Her fans went on her comments, and she had to close her business. She closed her business because thousands and thousands and thousands of people came in.
So she basically ended her career.
She ended the career.
You know, that is one thing, and Todd and I do not have that kind of power, but when we blog something, you have to be very careful what you say, because people will reasonably sometimes get upset on your behalf or excited on your behalf, and they will go and deal with this. And
Yeah.
it needs to be, you have to be very careful what you say.
The photographer decided it was time to go to court.
Ooh,
They-
this should be
They
fun.
went to the courtroom and they explained,
That you just ended my freaking career.
well, yeah, that was a problem. But here's the deal. Claiming that all they had to do to get their photos and their glossies was to fill out a form, choosing options what size photos they were to go in their album. And the couple were claiming that they were withholding the pictures.
Would you like to just go online and tell me what size you want, and I'll get your wedding album to you? And
And
that
a-
was all they had to do.
And a small charge, and that's all they need to do. And they already signed papers knowing this. And then they trashed them and they got their business closed.
Well, that's pretty simple. I think almost every photography business is like that. If you
It
go
is.
on and you pick which photos you want,
8x10s, 3x5s,
and they refused to do that, and that's why they went on and complained about this woman.
as opposed to dealing with them. And they said they were holding them at ransom, they were harassing them and doing all this stuff while they went to a jury. And they presented all the emails that went back and forth and how the staff was trying to appease them and do all these nice things, reminding them that they had
Could
signed
you
a
just
thing.
go online and just pick your
come
form,
on
get your
and
form?
do it. We want these pictures out. They're cluttering up the place.
Believe me, we don't want them either.
And their defense, the mean person's defense was, oh no, that's terrible. They're
it
terrible
wasn't like
people.
that at all.
Well, the jury said $1 million will make up the difference
That's awesome.
because they killed her business. They killed her business.
Wow.
Snooty little
That's
fashion
the most
blogger.
expensive wedding photos in history, ladies
Right?
and gentlemen.
What if
Congratulations.
What if she got them? I bet you I would give them to him if I was her.
Yeah, after the $1 million.
Right.
Let me just finish counting this out. 1, 2, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to have your photos sent to you.
I'd have them sent over in a limousine and someone to
The
go
one that I'd
over.
already bought.
Right.
For
it's
you.
just,
Yeah.
here, I'm at my yacht. I'm sending a delivery person.
Wow, $1 million.
$1 million, huh? How's that?
You know, it's just the sheer absurdity, though. It's like, really, just fill out the form, because you know that that the photographer staff had to have said that like 8,027 times. Could you just go check the box on like 5x7 or 8x? That's all we're asking.
And they just kept
You know,
telling
it's
him.
not like you have to tap dance. We're not asking anything special. Just fill out the freaking form.
All right, coming up next, you guys are
So
going to
much stuff.
Oh, I'm going to leave the bacon with you guys. That's
Yes,
not
you
safe.
are. No, it probably isn't, but we can talk and eat bacon at the same time.
All right, stuff coming
Daisy
up.
and I have epic stuff and stuff to give away. You got to stay with us. Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. Fink and McGregor, mortgages made simple. Make sure you go to fink-mcgregor.com and try out their 4-minute mortgage program. It's incredibly easy to find out whether you qualify. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at gephardtdaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
We just had the greatest idea.
I know, we were so excited. Oh, it's the pastoral mountain stream. It's soothing us as it goes by. But screw the mountain stream because we have bacon.
Listen to this. We just thought of a great idea. Bacon yoga.
Screw goat yoga. I mean, those baby goats are super cute. But eating bacon while doing yoga?
Because I just came in and I was like, bacon.
Right? It takes you to your happy place.
Yeah, so you put the bacon right here and then or in your bedroom or whatever, or in the yoga studio, and then you sit and do yoga and smell bacon and listen to the soothing, sizzling noises.
It seems very healing to me.
And then at the end,
you eat the bacon.
I think we might be onto something.
You know, I really can't help but think this is genius. Can you patent something like that?
There's got to be a funny name, too. Can anyone think of like a funny bacon yoga?
There's really nothing that bacon can't cure, is there? There's really nothing. This is so cool.
No.
That was really evil genius. Emphasis on evil since it's you, but it's there. All right, weekend. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You have good stuff.
So much. You know, I'm still waiting for the weekend that I come in and I'm like, well, it's quiet. You know, I think we're going to finish Orange is the New Black or whatever. It's not a quiet weekend this weekend. Again.
Seriously, there's so much good stuff.
Yeah, so much good stuff. The first thing I'm super excited for is Saturday night, Utah Symphony and a Beatles tribute band called Classical Mystery Tour
funny.
are playing Sgt. Pepper.
That is so cool. This is like the weirdest year for this. And is it the 30th anniversary? No, wait,
50th.
50th.
50th, yeah.
And what a perfect way to tribute, though.
Yeah, so Saturday at 7:30. I've never been up to Deer Valley to see a concert.
Oh, it's incredible.
So fun?
Yeah, Todd and I used to sit in the back because we always ended up getting loud because we bring friends and we'd all be yakking at the same time. But you're sitting on the hillside. It's absolutely gorgeous. The sun is setting. And for a lot of us who can't afford to go to some of those places, this is like the closest we're ever going to come to the beautiful people. So it's nice to sit sort of close to the beautiful people during the concert. And if you're wondering about Sgt. Pepper and you haven't heard this, Daisy's mom and dad were actually the ones who designed the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover.
Yeah, and
they
haven't really told her, but my mum's going up, we're all going up, but they're doing some kind of tribute to my mum or something. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it's going to be. But the other thing that I thought was really cool about this is that they're not only playing the whole of Sgt. Pepper, but they're presenting the show, the songs exactly as they were recorded by the Beatles.
Really?
You know, so for any Beatles fan getting to hear like the whole of Sgt. Pepper live, it'll be cool. And guess what else?
What? Tell me.
We have 2 tickets to give away.
Get out.
Yes.
That is
so
really exciting.
Saturday night at 7:30, and I think we're just going to do the like, comment, share on Facebook. Maybe tell us who your favorite Beatle is or something like that.
You know, it's always got to be Paul. I mean, come on.
No, I
really.
Are
you a George Harrison fan? Mm-hmm. Nobody ever picks Ringo.
Well, when I was younger, I picked Ringo out of Pid D. But now I see that's not probably the best. You know, John is just too esoteric for me. George has like a quiet. I feel like George would do bacon yoga with me.
I could totally see that.
Can't you see that?
Totally. I could totally see him doing bacon yoga. He seems like the type.
Yeah. So me and George, bacon yoga, Deer Valley, locked down.
Call her, give her a call.
Yeah.
Bacon yoga, Deer Valley. No, that's going to be amazing.
Isn't that
going to
be amazing?
Night.
Yeah. And whoever it is that comes up, come find me and say hi, because my whole family's going.
That's so cool.
Yes.
I know, just to say hi to your mom, Jen, because she's so amazing.
She's so cool. I like her.
You know, it's funny about, there's something about the Beatles, and I don't know what, but like my Zoe, in her kindergarten class, her teacher is like this old hippie, and every time I'd come in, she'd be like playing the Rolling Stones or something. They'd be doing dance parties, and I'm like, you're teaching these kids right. Mm-hmm. But every time she'd play the Beatles, I mean, other kids would come in from other classes and they'd start dancing. There's something so essentially timeless about that band. And I don't know why, or I don't even know what, but it's the one band that I don't think will ever be dated. Because everyone digs it. My 5-year-old digs it as much as my mother does, or as you and I do, and it's really amazing to me.
And I'm excited to actually hear these songs live.
I know.
Because who's had the chance to do that?
And Under the Stars, and that incredible experience.
And you can take, I think you can take picnics and drinks and stuff, so you make it a whole night. And also, someone told us, bring a sweater or a shawl or something, because I guess it gets cold. which I'm really
no
excited
mosquitoes, but
for.
it does get chilly. So that's so cool. Okay, so once again, if you want those tickets, just go on to the show today on Facebook. That's any one of the Facebook pages, Todd and Erin. That's Gephardt Approved. That's Gephardt Daily, and just like, comment, and share.
Yeah,
if
and
you
there
would
are
like the tickets.
there are tickets available. If you want to just go buy tickets, you can go to utahsymphony.org.
You don't want to go to the actual effort of entering. You would just like to go get
Yeah,
them
you
and
just
cut out
want
the middleman.
you want to be sure.
That's always a good idea. Okay, so what else? That's so amazing.
Yeah, and this is another fun thing. Salt Lake County Fair, which is not Utah State Fair. I had to do a bit of digging because I was like, what? State fair, country fair? Don't know if there's a difference between a state fair and a country
All
fair.
the county fairs have their own fair. All the counties have
State
their
and
own fair.
county.
Yeah, and the Salt Lake County one has always surprised me too because it's like way out at Equestrian Park and it's sort of like yeah. But yes, we have one, and this is the biggest
Okay.
county, and it's a big fair.
Is it fun?
But it's not the Utah State Fair.
Okay.
They have funnel cakes. My definition
cakes,
of any
yeah.
fair is you have bull riding and you have
Oh, me
funnel
too,
cakes,
me
then
too.
we're set, right?
Totally. And this is quite a fun thing to do. It's free, so that's great. And it goes tonight 5 till 10, and then Friday and Saturday noon till 10. So you can go. You know,
I love the fact that it's free.
I
That's
know.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a carnival there, and I have no idea, you know, about. I've never heard of this place, but Salt Lake County Equestrian Center.
It's out west.
2100 West, 1400 South. But I was looking at the list of things that you can do, and you know, monster truck and rodeo, and then I'm like, Utah Horse Pullers Association. See how I circled it?
Oh yeah.
What?
Is this the Clydesdales? Maybe it's the big
Maybe,
horse.
or maybe it's the little tiny horses if they're pulling them, right? Come on, little Shetland pony. Like, could you pull a Clydesdale? What the hell is that?
You know, the sad part is here is totally the blind leaving the deaf because we're like, I don't know. What do you know?
Someone tell us what a horse pulling association
Yes, what is the
does.
Horse Pulling Association? If you could share that on Facebook
Yeah.
Live today, we'd be really happy because we don't know.
We don't know. And then the other,
What else
the
besides
other
the horse pulling?
horse pulling. Yep. There's one thing we are actually giving away a couple of tickets for as well. Is there's a guy called Joe Diffie. I hadn't heard of him, but he's
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe. He's on Friday at 6, and I guess he's out of Nashville. He's a country singer.
Oh,
Listened to
coolness.
some of his songs yesterday. So we're also, so the idea of the county fair is that it's free, but then you can pay to go to Monster Truck or Joe Diffie or whatever. But we're also giving away a pair of tickets to him.
You know, that's the only time. What?
You guys don't know what horse pulling is?
No.
They do it with tractors too. See, the horses are attached to a weight. It's like a sled. And the horses start running. And as they run, the weight slides forward, making the front dig in even more and making it more difficult.
That seems mean-spirited.
Well, only the part where it keeps getting heavier and heavier.
Oh, so the horses are pulling something. It's
So
not people pulling horses.
No, so the horses are.
I thought it was people like dragging horses along. That's why I said you need little ones, because how are you going to pull a Clydesdale?
Right.
Oh, I'm having such a blonde moment.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go. Little horses, really?
Yeah, people pulling little
Okay,
horses
all right,
along. Is that made perfect sense in my head? Now I'm all embarrassed. Can we move on? These are real
I'm
tears.
having trouble speaking English right now. No, I'm just trying to picture you pulling this little tiny baby small.
Well, I'm going to start a People Pulling Horses Association. It's going to be little horses, and you pull them maybe a couple of feet,
Okay.
and then you eat bacon.
You know, honey, curling is an Olympic sport. I don't think this is any weirder. Let's be honest with each other, okay? All right, so many different dance classes, and Todd and I have been trying to do this forever because there's Samba Fogo. There's also this brand, really cool one, flamenco, you know, the Spanish, and then they also have salsa dancing. There's free classes for all of us this weekend, and they do it for couples. They can do it for singles if you want to just come and bring some friends. But I've always wanted to learn more cool dancing because you always want to be that one person who would get up, like if a restaurant had the tiny little dance floor, and you'd be that one up there twirling and spinning and looking kind of cool. And I don't have that natural coordination. So these classes are epic.
And they're free?
Yeah, and when have you ever learned, and have you ever been able to learn Brazilian dancing?
No, but I'd love to.
Right, so we have a whole bunch of these coming up, and if you want to just go to either our Facebook page or to geparddaily.com and go to the Todd and Erin page today, I'm going to list all of the free classes of all the different kinds, and so go pick out something different this weekend you've never tried before. I think we're going to try salsa, just to see.
So fun.
I think he's going to spin me into the wall, but I'm going to try.
Is it taking place in different places?
Yeah, there's all different places. Salt Lake City Art Space, there's another one at the DT Dance Studio. So that's why instead of trying to explain them all here, I just thought I would list them all out on the page. But wouldn't that be fun? We should all, you and Jay are horribly talented, so you guys probably have already done all these, but we should go do one like together.
We haven't done Brazilian dancing. And do you remember when the Olympics was on and the closing ceremonies? It's like, how do they do that?
We have to try that.
She's jiggling in places I didn't even know existed.
Oh, there's flamenco.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so in any case,
that sounds fun.
Do make sure that you stop by and try those out because there's so many different ones that are going to be fun. Also, Liberty Park Market is starting again on Friday, and that's the one down at Liberty Park. But it's really, it's grown exponentially over the summer. I was surprised. Not only just all of the farmers and the growers, but all the artisans. There's a whole bunch of different new ones I've never seen before, different performers.
Really?
Yeah. There's this one guy who plays the, it's the didgeridoo, the Australian instrument.
Oh, the didgeridoo?
Yeah, thank you. I knew you'd get it right.
Yeah.
It's like 827 feet long. This thing's freaking amazing.
Sounds a bit like that.
His is much more rhythmic.
But, good. Okay.
But yeah, so in any case, free admission. A lot of people watching, which is always exciting.
Yes.
But so that's Liberty Park. That's downtown Salt Lake City, just off of 7th East and about 9th South.
Yeah, it's 9th South and between like 5th and 7th, and that's on Fridays, right?
Friday night. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So lots of free stuff, and then amazing tickets to give away.
Yeah, lots of tickets to give away, which is fun, and the weekend is pretty much sorted, I think.
Well, tomorrow we have to talk about more because there's a whole bunch of more free festivals coming up this weekend, so we're gonna have to bone up today
and movies
be back
too,
tomorrow.
right? I don't know what's out this week, but
a lot of cool stuff.
We saw Atomic Blonde.
I know. Is it amazing? Are we still in love with Charlize Theron?
Oh yes.
How's the bacon doing?
It looks pretty good.
We're about ready to do yoga with it.
Yeah.
What?
Bacon yoga.
It's a long story.
It's a new thing.
We'll explain later. All right, coming up. Okay, sorry. Coming up next, hotel sex. We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and geparddaily.com.
Hi, welcome back, Todd and Erin Morning Stream, geparddaily.com.
You brought eggs and English muffins. This is going to be a banner morning.
So anyway, horse pulling, really? Little horses.
I could just see tiny little Daisy pulling these horses along. I thought that was adorable.
Did you know what they were?
No, I had no freaking
No idea?
Okay. I have to be honest with
you.
They
do it with tractors as well. The same thing, but they do it with tractors as well.
Why? I don't understand the point of it, I guess.
It shows the tractor's ability to pull. It's a man thing.
Okay.
And yeah, it's one of those things.
I'm not sure why, but sure.
You only see once a year at the state fair, if you're lucky, unless it's sold out, because that's the way it works. You know, I really like making breakfast.
Don't take too much of the grease off. You want it for the English muffins. That's how you did the last time. It was delicious.
Who's a cook here?
Whatever.
Who's a cook at home?
You are, honey.
Yeah, that's right.
I can order pizza like nobody's business.
I know, you did that last night.
All right, I was trying to tease this, and I didn't even know how to say hotel sex in any kind of clever way. So what exactly is this story about?
Just say it. We're adults.
Well.
Yeah. So in New York City, can I butter and tell a story at the same time?
I have faith in you.
New York City, a brand new hotel. They remodeled the whole thing. And I think we can all admit, and I think this is true for most, is that when you go on a trip, you're in a festive mood. Am I correct? And I think when you go to that hotel...
And you check in and you're a little giddy because someone else is going to do all the cleaning up.
Right.
You have your little soaps. And those are nice. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Little soaps.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
It is. Look at the house on the left and the one on the right, apartment complex.
They seem to be extraordinarily close.
Well, here's the point.
Like practically touching at one spot.
Let me finish my point about going on vacation.
Okay.
I think there's a certain giddiness. Maybe the kids aren't with you, and so you're feeling kind of free and crazy, and maybe a little more romantic than usual. Maybe so. So, friskiness abounds. Now, they do have neighbors from that hotel, and they have received complaints.
What's the complaints?
Especially from this one grandmother, is that her window looks out at about 3 or 4. She can see about 3 or 4 floors across the way.
If you see that picture, it's like, look at that. The red building, especially there on the right.
Yeah.
That is right. That's hey, let me reach out and shake your hand.
I want to show you the other pictures where someone was admiring the view out the window, but I'm not going to.
Why is that?
Because it's kids might be watching.
Oh, what? So we're saying it's a bad view that they're.
Well, I guess it depends on your point of view, but yeah, people are getting frisky, and it's right outside her window.
Like right in front of the window?
Yeah, pretty much. And then, of course,
aren't those windows supposed to be like one way so you can look out, but people aren't supposed to be able to see in? Apparently, that's what these vacationing couples thought as well.
Yeah, you would think. And so...
Don't worry, honey. No one can see a thing.
So, evidently... The grandmother, the grandkids stepped in, and they try to, take care of this, and they talk to people at the hotel.
You're traumatizing our Nana.
Right. Who can't sleep, but then again doesn't need cable. So
Skinamax.
Skinamax, who cares? Netflix. And so anyway, that's basically the complaint, and they suggested that they tell the guests maybe they should close the blinds and stuff like that.
You may not be aware of this. And then there'll be some guests going, oh yeah, we were totally aware. Which is even worse to me somehow.
So anyway, there's a problem.
What's the name of this hotel and where is it again?
I don't know. It's in New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
That's as good as you got. It's called the Public Hotel.
Right.
Well,
there you go.
Which apparently it really is.
It is public.
It's very public.
You should do
apparently.
that.
All right, let's go to Daisy. She's got some national headlines in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. It's brought to you, of course, by Fink and McGregor. Fink and McGregor Mortgage is made simple. The 4-minute mortgage challenge is embarrassingly simple. All you have to do is just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Executive Transportation March, of course, the official limo service of the Todd and Erin Morning Stream. Anytime you've got a cool night out, this is the man you want to call. You can book your ride at executiveutah.com. And then all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. When you've got 24-hour service, John or one of his equally friendly and delightful people will be showing up to help you out no matter what has exploded, burst, or is flooding your basement. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Good morning, my darling Daisy. What's going on today?
Hello again, Todd and Erin. Here's a look at national and world news on GephartDaily.com. Donald Trump is now throwing his weight behind a controversial new bill that would greatly limit legal immigration into the U.S. The bill cuts the flow of legal immigrants by making it a merit-based system, giving skilled laborers and those with quality educations preference when it comes to moving to America. English speakers would also get preferential treatment. The White House says the bill merely reflects the reality that the U.S. allows too many immigrants into the country. Critics, however, say the bill is downright un-American. A new national poll shows Donald Trump with record low approval ratings for job performance. The Quinnipiac poll released Wednesday shows Mr. Trump with a 33% job approval rating, while 61% now give him the thumbs down. That's a record low for any president at this point in their administration. And the NAACP has issued a national advisory warning for people of color to be careful when traveling in Missouri. It comes on the heels of a new Missouri law making it harder for individuals to sue businesses for racial discrimination. It's the first time the organization has singled out a specific state for a hostile racial environment. That's a look at world and national news. You can get all the day's headlines 24/7 on GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, my dear Daisy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new feature here on the Todd and Erin Morning Stream. It is the Bacon Cam. Bacon Cam. We might need to get a theme song for the Bacon Cam. It was the 3D bacon can.
Excuse me. You know what the funny thing is that food is like one of the hardest things to take pictures of.
Yeah, because it has to be all glistening and shiny and
Unless
stuff.
it's bacon. Bacon is awesome.
You can't really take a bad picture of bacon.
You're going to eat again during the show? Like, didn't you eat when Daisy was on?
You were cooking on the show and you expect me not to eat it?
All right. Tesla just came out with their new car. Very popular. This is a new one, new model for the year.
Yeah.
Everybody's really excited. Looks good.
They usually pre-order them like 3 years in advance.
Looks futuristic.
Our neighbor Liz has one. It's epic.
They have new things this year in the new model.
What does it do?
Well, they got it's more powerful.
I bet
than
it
ever.
flies or something, right?
Yeah, it's
On
more,
Broker's World Peace.
It's at that too. You can sneak up on people while you're driving. And one of the really cool things is a in-cabin camera.
Really?
Yeah, in the dash.
What does it do?
They are not going to tell you.
What do
Matter
you
of
mean?
fact, it just kind of came out that they have one.
They wouldn't tell you what it does?
Right. They only told you that it was there because they kind of got caught.
So they have a secret camera embedded in your dashboard you don't know about?
Right.
So you could be singing horrible songs or picking your nose and somebody else is getting the data transmitted to them.
What if you go to a drive-in and you're getting busy?
Wow. I'm thinking about some of the stuff that you and I have.
Don't.
No, I'm just thinking weird conversations that one time that we tried to act out the entire course of like Bohemian Rhapsody. I'd be humiliated to have anyone see that.
Why? Because we were awesome.
Well, we were. But
We were awesome.
the rest of the world probably wouldn't consider that.
You know why?
Why?
Jealousy.
Probably so.
A camera in there, and they're not going to tell you what it is. They were talking about maybe it's awareness to see if when they go automatic, because these cars are really close to doing that, self-driving, and maybe it's like, do you look comfortable? Are you paying any attention whatsoever?
No, I would like someone to tell me if you're going to put a freaking camera in my car.
You think?
I'm
think
sorry.
so.
I would really like to be aware of that before I perform any of my own individual opera arias or
Right.
yell at my kids to stop banging the back of my seat, that kind of thing.
They should put them all on YouTube. That'd be hilarious. Montages of cameras in your car that you don't know about. Secret cameras.
You don't think that's like essentially sinister that people have put cameras in your cars and you don't know about it?
Yes.
Tesla, I expected better from you.
We did.
You were the rebel. You were the rebels. You were
Hey.
the guys that were like kind of cool and different.
How are you going to save the world being like this?
And now you're spying on us.
You've
I'm
broken
very
our-
disappointed.
Broken our trust.
I'm very disappointed in your behavior.
We can't afford you anyway.
Well, yeah, there's that. So
We don't have to worry. The
Essentially, no.
closest we can come to a camera is a mirror. That's
we can walk by the dealership. That's about as close.
This is true.
That's
This is
true.
true.
Also,
Coming up, the solar eclipse is going to mess with your bank account. It's going to mess with your credit card. It's going to mess with your debit card. The solar eclipse, that's coming up next.
All right. First of all, we got to go to John at All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. I don't think anyone has ever seen this many over 100-degree days. They say this is not the hottest summer on record, but we've had the most 100-degree days.
John will explain.
And John is here for you.
There you go. All right, here I am. Here I am, looking for John. All Utah Heating, Plumbing, Air, and I'm... Hang on.
Hey,
Oh, jeez.
I'm here.
What are you, the genie plumber?
I am. I'm
All
the
right.
genie plumber. You
All
got
right.
your sunscreen on today.
Just on the back of the neck, it'll be perfect. All right, so I know we're replacing the AC unit, right?
Correct.
And I'm looking at it right now, and it looks fine to me.
Right. You're thinking it looks great.
Well, yeah, see, if I can get down here, you notice that some of the
So
wires...
let's look out and let me take care of it. All right. So what's going on with this unit is we've already been out, replaced the motor on it. Fan blade at the same time. Still wants to rattle. Now we're back and the refrigerant's low. This unit's 16 years old, so our rule of thumb is anywhere from 15 to 20. At 20, I beg people don't put money into it. Okay, so the client has decided to replace this unit. Really smart decision. So we're putting in a 14 SEER York air conditioner. which is a great decision for the northern part of Utah. The 14 SEER, if you've watched our other shows, is an efficiency rating. And again, that's great. So with that in mind, now we won't have Todd messing with it, but I need to say bye to him, so.
Would you stop doing that?
And now you scared me.
I'm going to get tools someday. Can I get tools someday?
Yeah, we'll go shopping together.
Okay, I want to use you.
We did do a show on that.
In the meanwhile, okay, all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, they're here to help you out. John will help you and his crew. And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
See ya.
There you go. There, you eating bacon again on the show?
You made bacon. Of course I am.
This is not professional.
It's professional for you to be making bacon on the show.
Right. I need to tell you about this incredible thing that happened.
We will tell you next. We'll be back to tell you next.
Okay,
and then I can have another bite
They
of bacon.
can't understand because you're chewing bacon.
We'll be right back. We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
All right, we are back. How the English muffins doing? We're cooking.
Ooh, I want one of those.
Yeah. Hang on. Look at that. Golden brown. Do you
Right
have
there
a
on
plate?
top of my toast
There
is
you go.
fine.
In golf tournaments, they sometimes offer prizes. And, the little ones, if you get closest to the hole, longest drive, they'll give you a Frisbee or, a tote.
Little trophy,
A
and you
tote
get a
or-
free drink back at the club.
Right, and stuff like that. Now, the bigger tournaments, they often, car dealers will sponsor a giveaway because there's no chance in hell you're going to get a hole-in-one because it's so rare. We have
Sure, put up a Maserati. We don't care.
There's people who golf their entire lives and don't even get close to a hole-in-one, ever. And there's the car. It's a Porsche. It's rather nice.
That's pretty.
And then what they do is usually they park it next to the green. So it's
Hello, kitten.
the 17th hole.
I want to go pet that car.
And it's a Porsche 2017. And so this is in the Porsche European Open in Hamburg, Germany. And basically, if you hit a hole-in-one, you get the car. Now,
I would find a way.
how do I explain this? Oh, time for the whiteboard.
Here we go, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right. So,
It's the whiteboard.
the thing that makes this different is the golfer right there. So, here's the green. Is that clear? Let me do it again.
Sure.
Here's the green. Act interested, would you? Here's
It's the green. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's the green.
And here's the flag. And there's the hole. Okay?
Okay, sure.
Now, over here, it was a par 3, so it's not really long. And over here is the golfer.
You're getting better and better at this
Upside
writing
down.
upside down stuff.
And
really.
he's happy.
Well, yeah,
got some
because he's a
hair.
golfer.
And he's got big ears.
All right.
Okay. Now, here he is. And he's got...
And this has what to do with the story?
Well, I'm going to show you what happened.
Okay.
Now, usually what would happen, and I'll use my tongs to point this out, you would hit the ball, and it would hit like here, and then kind of dribble its way in. So it hit here, and then it would go dunk, 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 and a hole-in-one, and hey, he laughs over here. That's not the way this guy did it.
Explain.
This guy hit the ball, and trajectory, hit it high, and he's coming down. He's going to stick it on the green, right? Okay?
Nice, yeah.
It didn't happen that way. It went right in the hole. It never touched.
Freaking way.
It never touched the grass. He slam dunked the ball.
There's no way.
Yes, and the crowd,
Lost it.
loses it. You know.
Oh, are you kidding? How cool is that?
Along with the Porsche dealer.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. We're so happy for you.
So it was in Germany, and this is the best thing of the whole.
Wow.
This is the best thing. The commentator was English.
Hi, Joe.
He nails it. He sinks it like a swish basketball.
Wow.
Yeah, and the crowd goes nuts, and the English commentator goes like this. Well, he's done it. was it.
The British Masters.
Oh my gosh. That's a big deal. Even if you don't golf.
That is
nail
freaking,
into
that is
the hole.
freaking amazing.
No bounce, no rim thing.
And the
just,
golfer's doing a little victory jig and high-fiving everybody in the crowd, and he's running
Oh my
around.
gosh.
And he's got the Porsche.
And he's like, get that thing out of here. Someone's going to hit it. It's my car.
I certainly would be. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, right? So that's cool.
Whoever
All right.
saw that happen? All right, it's time to talk the solar eclipse
Solar
because this
eclipse.
is getting weirder. But I think about it. Number one, never in our lifetime have we seen a complete solar eclipse. So number one, that's freaking amazing. Number two, the fact that it's close to us. I mean, that's amazing.
You all right? So the point is that it's
Sorry,
coming
my toast.
across the United States in a 700-mile swath.
Swath. A swath.
And as it does, there's certain places that are going to get, a lot of the attention, and one of them has to be some of the smaller towns in Idaho,
Just north of us?
just north, Rexburg, that area, and some other places. Now, I think we should have a rule to teach kids safety. Is that every time we talk about the eclipse, we have to wear eclipse glasses. Now, Erin,
I can't see anything.
Okay, I want you to think that the sun is that light right there. Okay, we're going to
Point.
go into our.
Wait.
You just lift them up.
Oh,
That
okay.
light right there is the
Okay,
sun.
okay.
And on count of three, we'll be scientists. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. That's our scientist look. All right. So the deal is that first of all, you should know that.
Put your glasses back on. We're still talking.
Okay. They are putting. Some people are putting out bad glasses, by the way.
How do you determine if you've got good
don't
glasses
know.
or bad? Is there like a little label on them or something?
There is, but why wouldn't you just print that? And how much more expensive would it be to make the good ones as opposed to the cheap knockoffs? Because you
People
give them to
who
your
care.
your kids are going to burn their retinas out staring at the sun.
Yeah, that does seem like a kind of a safety issue, doesn't it?
So how is this going to affect your bank account?
But I am dying to see this. So yeah, explain what the problem is here. Will like the solar rays do some sort of like
Your phone.
electronic
and
interference
your phone will.
with like your electronic banking or something?
You're gonna have terrible time with your cell phone too, because think of this: 500,000 people are going to go to Idaho, and they're going to go to a base 700 swath. A lot of it's rocky and stuff. They're not going to go there. A lot
And
of
these
people.
are not big cities. These are little towns going, there's how many people coming?
I personally would go to a mountain alone. Other
That would be
people
cool.
want to make it like Sturgis,
Well, you want to share it, yeah.
and so they're going to go. Here's the problem. The streetlights, first of all, are automatically activated in small towns to change when a car drives up to one of the lanes. That's going to be a mess. Number
wow.
2, the cell service can't handle 500,000 people
We've
all
got
at
one
once.
cell tower here, people.
Right?
Yeah, oh wow.
And unless you pedal fast, it doesn't work. So the third thing is that they can't handle the debit cards either. The load will be bearing on that system.
So
Isn't it
everything's
funny, though?
basically crashing. That's
The
so
fact
funny.
that we're acting serious wearing these glasses. So
They're making my head hurt.
you have to wear them.
Oh, come on.
It's for the kids. So basically, they're saying take cash, take water, take your patience with you, and enjoy it. But just
And
be
plan on
aware.
not calling anybody.
And just be aware that things are going to be swamped and they're not used to this many people. All right, take the glasses off.
Oh, thank the good Lord.
Now, this is every time we talk about the eclipse, we have to work. Give them to me.
Safety first.
Safety first.
That's going to be really, really cool, though. I am kind of excited.
I am too.
Okay, now I have I guess a designation that I'm a little confused about from Ogden. Now I know that a lot of times cities come up with different terminology that you're like, oh, I'm not sure what that means, but they've come up with a new one for what they call disruptive deer.
Excuse me?
Disruptive deer.
What's a disruptive deer?
Deer, as far as I know, are just basically deer unless they're eating your bushes or they're running across the road and you're crashing into them. But
Right.
North Ogden feels that there are.
You ever hit a deer?
Oh yeah.
I did. You know what the strange thing?
Disruptive deer.
You know what the strange thing was about it? I had my parrot with me, and I caught him as he was heading towards the windshield. I digress.
It's so sad.
He's lived.
Well, here's the
Not
deal.
the deer.
We have deer that are on our front lawn every winter. I mean, like, deer poop extravaganza. As
Right.
a matter of fact, actually, during the summer, there was one on our lawn this morning.
Right.
But
And they sometimes eat the tulips.
and they're pretty casual.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to move. I was here first. And
Right.
I'm just going to stand here and look at you as you run by me. So I'll just kind of make a little loop around them so I don't weird
Right.
anybody out. But apparently up in North Ogden, that is disruptive. So
Really?
apparently they're complaining that there's deer overpopulation. So in the North Ogden City Council meeting yesterday, they were weighing in on the potential options for dealing with the city's disruptive deer problem.
Yeah.
Now for me, I keep picturing these deers with like cigarettes hanging out of their mouth and their hooves, they're flipping people off and like they're breaking into buildings and
Their hooves.
you know, and,
Okay.
and you know, knocking over a 7-Eleven for free Slurpees. That's what I would determine would be a disruptive
Hooligan
deer.
deer.
Apparently, up in North Ogden, simply existing is a disruption.
Okay, so
And
what do they
so
plan? What's the
What
plan?
they're trying to do is they're deciding what they want to do with them. They're saying do nothing, relocate the deer, or
Right.
kill them. And so, unfortunately,
This is in a city.
this is kind of interesting, and so they were all trying to step up and see what they should do. According to a Facebook poll, the vast majority, like 4 out of 5, wanted
Right.
them to just leave them alone. Leave the deer alone. Let the deer
Because
do.
they
what
were
wanna
there
do.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Another 163. This is about. This is 1 out of 5. Said they would like to have a lethal solution.
Oh, give me
where-
the numbers again. Do nothing is what?
Do nothing's about 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Only one person wanted a relocation program, which is sort of sweet.
And impossible.
I kind of like the concept of that. Like,
Wildlife.
here's your new place.
Wildlife management.
Not going to happen.
Studied it. Go ahead.
Well, but the lethal option's a little scary. So this is where they're like, okay, now what do we do? And
Right.
one of the things that they wanted to do, they said that they were going to do a bow hunting program as the official option.
This is like Bountiful, remember?
Oh yeah, remember with the cats, where you could shoot the cats or something.
No, that was down in Tooele. This was they were gonna use bows and shoot deer in neighborhoods.
I would just like to remind you, the one I saw today was on my front lawn. And if
No,
you come
no,
after me with a
that
compound,
counts. That counts.
If you come up to
Target.
my house with a compound bow
Right.
and you start shooting at stuff, I'm going to run you over with my car.
So funny, you and the kids are sitting at the table eating breakfast, and here comes a deer with 4 arrows in it running through your yard.
I mean, that's
What
a
could
little
go wrong?
traumatic. So they were saying,
could go
well, I
wrong?
guess Highland City said that they implemented a pilot program with the bow hunting, and they said it's been really nice. It got to the point where they were ruining people's yards. So, well, it's like,
Oh, gads.
but you know, the higher you build up on a mountain where traditionally the deer live,
Right.
they might not know that. Oh, I'm supposed to go somewhere else
It's
now
kind of your fault.
because you moved there.
And you made bushes and stuff that they eat.
But Highland was there at the meeting, and they were saying this is a super good, awesome idea.
What?
We've loved it. They implemented a bow hunting program down in Highland City to kill the deer, and they were like, and the meat is donated to
The venison.
somebody. Didn't tell us where, but somebody
Yeah.
did, and they said the hunters are rigorously trained not to actually hurt anything on your property other than the deer. But all I'm picturing is my kids coming out to go to school in the morning, and there's going to be like this gutted deer laying on my front lawn. And I'm
Blood.
pretty sure that for Zoe, who is my nature lover, that's pretty much the end of her life as I know it.
So you go out to water the shrubs, and there's a guy in there with camouflage going,
You're like, well,
what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Bow hunters in your yard. What is a Sherwood forest? Get Little John. We need
You know
to
what?
carry the deer. Please come forth.
I would totally help with the deer relocation program. I could hold out like some grass and go, come on, and I would lead them further up into the mountains. I'm okay with deer relocation.
No,
I
they-
will be there to support you in that option.
No, it doesn't work
but
that
bow hunting
way.
on my front lawn just seems like a really bad idea.
The relocation program is tranking them, turning them into junkies and dope heads, and then they have to go to rehab. And once they're out of rehab, you have to employ them in some safe environment. Now, if they fail again, they got to go to deer jail.
And then they're breaking
So-
into your bedrooms and they're going in your bathroom. Their little
Going-
hooves are all the way in
going-
the medicine cabinet looking
Looking
for
for your
OxyContin.
stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know, tranking is the gateway to OxyContin.
Deer. Ogden, just leave the deer alone. It's a bush. It'll grow back.
Think we solved that problem
I know, right? Why don't people ask us more?
because they know
We're like
who we
scientists.
are. Yeah. Okay. So,
right.
here's the latest. Bob Barker is not dead.
Bob Barker hit on my sister Tamara during the Miss USA pageant.
Where did that come from?
Tamara, my older sister,
Oh, wait,
was Miss Utah USA.
I hit
During
her-
the pageant, he was the MC.
Okay.
And he hit on her. That man is ageless.
I don't want to know more than that. Okay.
Yeah, she came home and says, "Oh yeah, Bob Barker hit on me."
Do you have the story? Here it is. Because
No, that's the public hotel story.
Oh, that one is. Because how many other people could you name? Here. How many people can you name that are like constantly being told that they're dead?
Oh, the death hoaxes. Cher is one of them constantly.
Yeah,
John
constantly.
Bon Jovi, Lindsay Lohan. But of course, she's always on all the trouble with that one is, people always have those celebrity death polls where they think these are the 3 most likely celebrities to get knocked off.
Right.
And if I were her, I'd be really depressed. Like, why do you always pick me?
Right.
Why do you think I'm going to be the one?
Now he did fall down, and
Kanye West constantly, and then
well,
Paul
that's good.
McCartney, that poor man.
Right.
I mean, if I were him, I would just die out of principle. Like, I'm too tired of having to argue this one anymore. But yeah.
W.C. Fields back in the day, in history.
But it is interesting, though, that you're right. There's constantly those rumors about that. And he's 93 years old. The dude is, like, ageless.
He went to the hospital, hit his head. He was fine. They sent him home, gave him some stitches. And he's 93. He's old. He fell. He's okay. He's not dead.
I've fallen and hit my head, too. It's not really that big a deal.
She's never been the same. So anyway, I am going to do this story, and I don't want you to take offense.
So really, the whole point of that, besides my sister being hit on by the former host of The Price is Right, is that he fell and hit his head and he's not dead? That was the whole point of that story?
Well, people care about Bob Barker, don't you?
I would like to point out my part of the story was much more interesting.
I want you to read this for me.
Yes.
And usually I don't go political, and I'm not going political left or right on this one. I'm just saying this is...
Is this...
Just okay. Just read that line, and do it in a good way. Just the top, right there.
No, I think this is the most beautiful thing that you can say about America.
Right.
And everyone knows that this rests at the feet of the Statue of Liberty. And it says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free."
And then the torch, of course, is a beacon of hope.
And that's beautiful.
And that's
what. For anyone who's ever entered the New York Harbor and you see this, it's like your heart stops because it's so majestic.
My grandfather and his family saw that when they came from Scotland.
5 brothers.
Right.
They all helped build each other's houses.
My other grandparents, they came from Europe, and they saw that statue.
Well, basically, I think pretty much almost...
How about you?
Almost all of us, our families, have done that. Yeah, I mean, same thing with us. My family also came from Scotland. Same thing. That was my great-great-grandfather. But, that was the beginning of almost all of our families here in the United States, as they came in and they saw this statue.
Except
for the Native Americans, you were already here. You didn't need to see the statue. You were already here breathing free. Thank you.
You win.
Thank you for letting us join you.
Stephen Miller, and I'm going to say this. Trump came out with his immigration thing, and he's going to offer fewer visas over the next decade.
My understanding, he wants to cut the legal immigration
over the next 10 years.
50%. Yeah.
Right. So White House aide Stephen Miller came out on Wednesday, and he said the poem inscribed on the Statue of Liberty it doesn't have any meaning because it was added after the statue was erected. Think about it.
I'm confused. So he essentially said it's not really...
That's not liberty, because the poem was actually put on the Statue of Liberty after it was raised. And if you've ever seen the feet of the Statue of Liberty, she is walking and breaking free of chains. But it doesn't count.
But that's the most iconic... That's like the most iconic welcome statement.
My entire family saw that coming in on a boat.
And he said it wasn't for real because it was added later?
And what did they show after 9/11? And what do presidents do after they're elected? They always have a photo op. Where do they do that? That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
Really?
I'm hoping the White House distances themselves
Steve
from
Miller.
that statement, because that was not...
Steve Miller trying to distance himself from the Statue of Liberty poem. Imagine that. So anyway,
I'm not really sure you can say it doesn't count just because he said that. I'm almost positive we all still think it's accurate. Okay. No, it just...
What the hell?
It's just one of those things is where there's certain people that probably shouldn't be in the national lights because for the rest of his life, people are going to go, you remember that one time you said that completely boneheaded thing?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what they need?
That's
they need someone to come out when they're talking and go like this. Shh, shh, shh.
My turtle dove.
You're ruining your career. Don't talk.
My turtle dove. Yes, stop now.
Yesterday was funny. Our move, by the way, is moving on. Our move to a new house we're renting, and we have a lot of crap.
I bought some lavender I'm going to plant. I'm very excited.
And anyway, we're up to here in boxes, but we have lavender plants.
I have my priorities, okay?
I guess
no,
so.
but here's the thing, and I think all of us have been through that where you pack really well and very carefully, and then by the end of like 14 hours, you're just throwing things everywhere. You don't even care where the boxes land. You don't even know what happened to them. I had one pair of shoes, because I had packed everything else. I had a pair of running shoes, and I lost one of them somehow.
No
overnight.
shoes. No shoes.
And so I only had one shoe, so I literally came to work barefoot yesterday because I didn't know where the rest of my shoes were.
Like we do the show from Appalachia.
It really is pretty much that accurate.
And so on the way home, we had to go buy shoes. Now I'm going to say, I was at this time, I'm going to make fun of you here, but at this time, I was seriously thinking about using rope as a belt. Okay? Because my shorts are a little big, and I don't know where my belts are. So anyway, we want to thank you. We're going to show you something here. I want to thank you, and we want to thank you for watching the morning stream.
And I'd like to thank you for making my life a living HE double hockey sticks at Smith's as I attempted to creep in to buy some flip-flops.
When there's an opportunity, you have to seize it. Here it is. See you later.
Hey, lady, where are your shoes?
I don't have any shoes
Why don't you have any shoes?
because we packed them all and I can't find them now.
You're walking into Smith's with no shoes.
I have to go buy some shoes to wear some shoes.
What do you think this is, Appalachia?
So if they kick me out because I'm not wearing shoes,
Right, I'll have to
I
carry
won't
you.
have to buy any shoes.
There's an employee. Watch it. Hide your feet.
That's kind of tricky to do, isn't
Okay.
it? All right.
Don't do it. But now you're a dork on video.
All right, you go get your stuff. I will run upstairs and I
See, he's looking at your feet. He knows. He knows. Run for it. Go through the produce.
What's wrong with you?
I'll see.
Let me show you. I'm gonna go
Oh, yeah,
purchase-
sure.
I'm going to go purchase some footwear.
What are you gonna buy? What? Shoes.
I just hate you. I mean, I really genuinely hate you.
Maybe I should tell her. Is it? She's not wearing shoes. She's also my wife, but we should give her a hard time, don't you think?
Okay, I will.
Okay,
you want
good.
me to kick her out?
Can you make an announcement?
Anyone with no shoe or no shirt or
get
no
out.
shoes need to leave the building immediately.